Welcome, I'm Heather. Thanks so much for joining me for Bedtime Yoga, a practice you can do right before bed or anytime that you want to deeply relax and unwind from any stress or tension. It is a wonderful thing to take this time right before bed. It definitely improves the quality of your sleep, which when we can get a good night's sleep, that's everything for helping optimize our health and well-being. And check in with yourself, to shift your focus from the outer world and from the busy mind. We're going to sink that attention down a little bit deeper into the body. So starting to feel all the way through your entire body, from your head to your shoulders, down your torso, through your front and back, and right through your hips, down your legs, and to your feet. And feeling your entire body here. Breathing in and out nice and slowly. Normally, we might not focus too much on the breath throughout the day. This is a chance to help you find that place of inner calm, working with the breath to slow it down. And it'll settle everything within yourself. This time on your inhale, take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, release out through your mouth. The deep sigh. And do that 2 more times, breathing in nice and deep. And on your exhalation, breathe out through your mouth, releasing more completely. The sigh carries out anything that needs to let go from your body. We'll do that 1 more time. So it's not just the old air, it's also any tension that's you've been feeling physically, emotionally, mentally. We're clearing that with the breath. And then we'll just start to roll. If you're already laying down, that's okay. Just rock your head a few times from side to side. If you're in a seated position, you can roll from side to side. Moving slowly, maybe moving with your breath as you inhale, moving one way. And as you exhale, move the other. Just turning your head right to the side, holding that for the next breath or two. At the end of your exhale, move your head slowly to the other side. Hold that for a breath or two. And then release. We're going to come out of this seated position. If you'd like to join me on your hands and knees, we're going to come into a tabletop position. We're going to invite a little more movement into the body, a little bit more movement to roll now through the hips. You can move from side to side. This will help you to loosen up through your hips, but also your back. So you can feel that movement right through your back. And move however way you'd like to. There's no one way to move here. You want to move on at your own pace with your body, doing what feels good. And just starting to really loosen up. bigger movements here, maybe rocking forward and back. On the inhale, come forward. And on the exhale, come back. And maybe this time as you inhale and exhale forward and back, we're going to do it not just going straight forward and straight back, but let's move in a circle motion to come forward. And then we'll complete that circle and come back. Okay, so a huge circle here with your body. And let's move with the breath as you inhale forward, exhale back. All right, this time, when you begin to inhale, let's move in the opposite direction. Exhale back. And one more time like that. And then let your hips settle. We'll stay in the child's pose for a few breaths. If your head doesn't come down, that's okay. You can always support it. You're going to stay up on your elbows with your elbows closer in. Find what works for you. And let your body sink and settle into this position comfortably. Breathing and feeling your breath come in through your back more. And out through your back. We'll stay here for 2, 3 more breaths. And on your next inhale, slowly rise back up. And we'll bring knees underneath hips and hands underneath shoulders. And we'll move into the cat-cow pose now. So on the inhale, slowly look forward. And on the exhale, slowly look in towards your belly. You can also keep your eyes closed. And just really feel this out. So you exhale, you're arching your back. Inhale and head tilts upwards. We'll do that for 3 more breaths. Move slowly at your own pace with your breath. Your breath is initiating the movements, and you're following your breath. Okay. This time as you exhale and you're arching your back, let's stay there for a moment, holding that position. And then coming up onto your fingertips, starting to slowly walk your hands in towards your knees, and we'll rise up into a kneeling position. And if you want, you can support your knees with a bit of a blanket. This is a really nice way to cushion. And yeah, see if that feels good. If you have something you can grab hold of. We're going to do a bit of rotations through the wrists. So rolling through the wrists a few times. And then we're going to do some wrist stretches. So if you want to pull your right arm out in front, palms facing out, palm facing out, we're going to gently with the left hand push back on the right fingers here. And then we'll switch to the other side. So pushing out with your left hand, fingers pushed back by the right hand. All right, and then releasing that. And let's go the opposite way just for something different. We're gonna have the fingers pointing down the back of the hand. The palm is actually facing you now, and just gently pressing the hand, okay, on the hand towards you. And then we'll do the opposite. And still breathing nice and slowly. And then releasing that. Release, reach the arms back. Inhale and lift the arms up. And exhale, dropping the arms down, reaching back. And inhale, lifting it. Good. Exhale, this time come down with your hands to the floor, fingertips to the floor, curling your toes under. If you can, hold this position and rotate through your ankles a few times. I'm just lifting the feet off the floor. I'm on my fingertips here. And then rolling the feet in the opposite direction a few times. Good. And then we'll come on to the feet, walking the hands in. So we're coming right onto the toes. We're doing a bit of a squat. You do a squat a little bit differently with your knees closer together. If that feels okay, and starting to sink down towards your heels. Stretching your feet, your ankles, and your calves. As well as we're getting a nice opening in the lower back here. We're going to come on to the feet and we're going to hang. So if you want to just hang in more like a half forward bend for a moment, your knees are bent, your elbows, your forearms are being supported by your thighs. So you're just kind of hanging out for a moment, giving your back a little bit of a chance to release, your legs to release. As you inhale, bend your knees a little bit more and look forward. And as you exhale, maybe straighten a little bit, let your head come down. Okay, I'm going to inhale again, more like a half forward bend, knees bent. And exhale, maybe this time just let go through your arms, come into your standing forward bend. And if it feels good, you can sway a bit with your arms from side to side. You can support your hands on something. We're going to come back to that half forward bend or bending the knees, this time placing the hands on the thighs and slowly standing up. Stand up nice and tall. I'm just going to move my blanket. As we stand here for a few moments, we're going to work out the feet again. Just lift one foot up, a few ankle rotations, and also pointing and flexing. So if you need to hold on to something, maybe you're close to the wall or something else you can hold on to if you need to for your balance. Just flexing the foot up and down. Good. And then we'll switch to the other side. Place your weight into that other leg and roll. And then flex and point. Find a spot, maybe not me. Find a spot that's not moving to focus on to help you with your balance. Good. All right, this time widening the legs apart a little bit more. We're going to roll through the hips. So circling, moving your hips all the way through. A wonderful movement to create more loosening in your hips, in your pelvis, and your lower back. So we'll reverse the circle. And then we'll come back to center. And as we're here, we're going to reach the arms up on the inhale. And on the exhale, release your arms down. 2 more times like that. Move slow, taking a nice deep breath in. And on the exhalation, release. And release out through your mouth. 1 more time. Good. This time as you inhale, lift just one arm up. Doesn't matter which one. We're going to exhale, come over to the side. We're going to hold that for a few breaths. If it helps you, bring your feet in a little bit closer. You can also use your other hand, grip the wrist, and gently pull. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, release, come back to center, release both arms. Take a moment just to roll the shoulders out a little bit. Opposite direction. When you're ready, that other arm's gonna lift. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, come over. Find your posture here, where you feel just the right amount of stretch and opening through that side of your body. And if you'd like, you can add the wrist hold and gentle pull up and out. You can see my hand there. So I'm holding on to this is my left arm that's up and over. I'm holding on to my left wrist with my right hand. One more breath here. And then we'll slowly release. Come back to center. Let go of both arms. And roll the shoulders out. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time in that direction, moving with your breath. This time, inhale up, exhale down. Good. And now we're going to reverse. Inhale, lifting up, exhale down in the opposite direction. Good. And then release. This time as you inhale, lift your arms up with your palms together, straight up over your head. Exhale, circle your arms back. We're going to reverse and reach back, lifting the arms up. And exhale down in front, palms coming together. One more time with that movement. This time, hands will come together over your head and exhale and come right down with your upper body too. Good. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, just step your feet a little bit wider apart. And then we're coming down into the wide-legged variation. Breathing here. And as we're here, we're going to actually start to walk the hands towards the left side. And we're going to come into a lunge over the left foot. So turn your hips to face, you're going to turn your foot to face the small edge of your mat. Come down with your back knee. And you're in a lunge with your left foot forward. And you can come back and forth a few times. If you like to use support underneath your hands, feel free. Okay, starting to really open those hips and stretch into that quad. Holding here for 2 to 3 more breaths. Good. We're going to come up onto that back foot again. We're going to walk the hands back towards the center line. Okay. And then we're going to walk them all the way over to the right. So you're going to pivot your right foot straight in line with your pointing towards the small edge of your mat on the right side, and bring a left knee down. You can move your hips back and forth a few times. When it feels right to come into a hold, you're just holding your position in the lunge for a few breaths. Keep your breath flowing through, nice and smooth and steady. One more breath here. I'm going to come back a little bit more. Come up onto your back foot. We're going to walk the hands towards the center line again, in between the feet. Sink down with your head into wide-legged forward bend. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Feel gravity pulling your upper body down. And then we'll slowly begin to transition up. So I'm just going to heel toe walk the feet in a little bit, having a bit of a stronger base to come up, and then slowly rising up. Standing for a moment in Tadasana. Turn your palms to face forward. And breath here. We'll do one more thing before we come back down. We're going to reach back with the arms. See if you can interlace your hands behind you. Okay. Show you from the side here. We can stay wide with the feet. And we're going to start to open through the arms. If you'd like to, you can use a belt here. Holding onto a belt behind you. The hands a little wider apart. If it's hard to bring the arms up, hold here for a few breaths. Feeling that stretch, and then coming over and lifting the arms up. Good. Stay for another breath. And when you're ready to come up, plant your feet, bend your knees, and slowly rise back up. Good. Release the arms, release the shoulders. And notice how that feels, if it's helped to loosen anything up here in your shoulders. We are going to come down onto the mat in a seated position. I'm going to place something underneath your seat. Feel free. We're going to start in the butterfly pose. You might not need any prop for this one, but if you do, just so that you can come forward from your hips. We're going to start with the feet wider out in front, almost like you're creating a diamond shape with your legs. Okay, sitting up nice and tall. Take a breath in. On your breath out, come forward. Sinking into your butterfly pose. And you decide if you want to support your head. I like it. You might want to try it. You can also use a bolster. Find something that'll work that feels nice and supportive. So you can just rest here. Feel gravity pulling you down. And let your body sink into this a little deeper. As you breathe, breathe into your back. And then as you breathe out, feel your back release, feel your body sink a little bit more. I'm going to stay here for about 30 more seconds. So that'll be maybe about 5 to 7 breaths, depending on how slow your breath is. At the very end, before you release, see if your body wants to go deeper. Test out the next edge. If it doesn't, that's okay. If you find that you can go just a little bit more with this one, try it out, hold for a couple breaths, and then release. And release by coming up very slowly, pushing your hands into the mat. And then maybe even pushing into your legs, slowly realigning through your back in an upright position. Okay, we're going to stretch out through the left leg, and we can bring the right leg in. So it's like this one. Okay, I'm just showing you so you can see my legs a little bit better. You don't have to turn. If you want to put something underneath your hips, you can. If you want to grab your belt, if you've got one, it'll be there. I'm going to do a seated forward bend. First, we're going to sit up nice and tall. I'm going to reach through the arms. Okay, and lengthen right up here. And as you exhale, we're going to come forward. And we're going to bend the knee a little bit here. We can use the belt around the foot. Okay, you can stay upright. Don't have to sink around the back. Come to a place where you can feel a stretch in your leg. If this knee is raised up, you can also slide something underneath your knee. Okay. If it feels good, you can also try reaching right for your toes. Toes pointing up towards the ceiling. The center of your heel in alignment here. Good. We're going to hold this for a few more breaths. Finding your place here to be comfortable. And then when you're ready to come out, again, slide the hands towards you. Come back up. We're going to bring the leg that was out to the side. We're going to bring it up. Keep your left foot out in front if that's the one you're coming over. I'm going to do a twist to the right. So I'm going to place my right hand behind me, propping myself up. And the left arm can come around. You decide how you want to position here. You could squeeze that leg a little bit with your arm. Or you could place the elbow on the outside of the knee. That's another option. I'm just going to hug that leg today. Make sure I'm sitting right on top of those sit bones. Lengthen through the whole entire spine. And I forgot to mention, you can also cross that leg over. You might find you get a nice little stretch there in the outer hip in this twist. At the end of your exhalation, we're going to come out, releasing that, straightening out through your right leg, and bringing your left leg in. We're going to let the leg drop and start with that seated forward bend, sitting up nice and tall. You can reach up through the arms. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, come over. And you can use your belt like I showed you before. I like to reach really, really, really far out. Okay, but that's totally up to you. You can even keep your knee slightly bent. Find your place. Center your foot, your right foot. And pausing here for a few breaths. Sometimes you can even support your head here. That can feel really nice. This is a great pose to try in bed, before bed. If you were doing yoga on another night and you wanted to just do it right in your bed, you could try this one. It's really nice in bed because you usually have a lot of support, like pillows you can use to get comfy here. Put a pillow over your legs to rest your head on, under your leg. And on your next breath in, we're going to slowly start to come up. So push down with your hand into your leg or into the mat. Come back to center. We're going to lift this left knee up again. Now into the twist. So just make sure you can sit up nice and tall wherever you are. You're going to twist around to the left. Okay. So you can hold on to the leg with your right arm, left hand behind you. Find that twist that you feel. You can feel this through your back. You can also cross that leg over. Another version of this one, of course, is crossing both legs. I'm going to stay here for about 3 or 4 more breaths. Deepen out through your exhalation. See if that helps you to naturally go deeper into a twist. And then we're going to unwind. Coming back to center. Come off the seat, we're going to slowly transition onto the back. So if you want to start, I have my feet together, knees wide apart, slowly lowering down onto the mat, onto your back. See how that feels? Bring your feet now centered on your mat, knees bent. Feel into your back. Okay, first things first, we're going to help to loosen and realign through the spine, especially if you do feel a little bit of tightness in your back. This can really help the bridge. So we're going to do the flowing bridge. When you're ready, on your inhale, you're going to plant your feet down and lift your hips up. And on your exhale, roll slowly down. Continue to do this movement with your breath, moving slowly up and moving even more slowly on the way down. Keep using your legs to help you lift here. Planting your feet when you come up. And let's do that for 3 more breaths. Be very mindful of how you're moving up your back and down again. Feel each place. Okay, this time as you exhale, rolling down your back and pausing there again, keeping your knees bent, your feet close towards you. Breathing into your belly. Take a deep breath, sink it all the way down. And before you release, just feel also the ribs widening after the belly fills. Okay, so we're going to go inhale belly and then middle and then just a little bit in the upper chest. 3-part breath. We're going to do that a couple times. And as you exhale, just a wave releases back all the way out. Okay, inhale, sink down towards the belly. Feel the ribs widen. And feel the breath roll up towards the upper chest. And as you exhale, it'll go in the opposite direction, releasing chest, middle, belly, all the way out. Okay, 2 more breaths like that. In yoga, this is called Durga Pranayam. And 3-part breath. Really opening those lungs up. Okay. At the end of your next exhale, release that. And slowly come up onto your toes. We're going to push into the toes and come up off the feet, knees in towards your chest. Squeezing the legs in with your arms wrapped around your legs. Breathing here. You might naturally notice that when you breathe, there's a bit of movement with your body. Of course, there's movement filling up, but notice how the legs might want to come away when you inhale. And come back towards your belly, chest when you exhale. Keep that movement flowing here. And at the end of this exhalation, knees coming in, widen the knees out with your hands on top of the knees and roll them back in. And just do that a couple more times, moving through your hips. You can inhale, widen, and exhale, roll back. Let's go in the opposite direction this time. Inhale, widen, and exhale, roll back. This time as you exhale, roll back, inhale, widen, and we're gonna reach for the feet or grab hold of the ankles, bring the feet together, kind of like a butterfly, but with the feet lifted in the air. Your arms are gently pressing against your inner thighs as you push your feet together. And then we're gonna raise one leg up and release, and then raise the other leg up. Hold on to wherever you can. If you're holding onto your pant leg, that's okay. Just gonna alternate a couple more times. Okay, this time both legs up and keep the knees bent in and wide for happy baby pose. You can grab hold of wherever it's most comfortable on your ankles, your feet. And then we're gonna bring the feet back together and release the legs completely. Let them come all the way down. Knees bent, feet on the floor. Stretch out through the arms and just rock the legs a few times from side to side. And as you do this, moving your legs to one side, turn your head to the other. Inhale back to center, exhale, other side. Keep both shoulders on the floor. Your legs could be wider apart or they could be closer together. This time, as you drop your legs to one side, we're going to keep them there. So decide, do you want your legs closer together? Do you like them wider apart? Or do you want to bring something between the legs? Hold on, use your hand on that top leg there. Come into a recline twist. And breathe to help your body melt here into this pose, into the floor. Softening everywhere, maybe noticing, is there any tension in your face, in your jaw? Release. Teeth apart. Stay for about 3 more breaths, just letting your body sink deeper. And then we'll begin to bring the legs back to center. Before we switch sides, we're gonna, so my legs were going to the left. I don't know which way you were going, doesn't matter. I'm gonna bring my right leg in and then ankle onto the left thigh. Okay, gently press into your right leg a little bit here with your right hand. And then slide your hands behind your left knee if you want to try going deeper here. And bring the legs in towards the chest. I'm going to lift my left leg up. A little bit active here with the left leg and lifting up through the heel, dropping the toes. We'll hold for about 3 more breaths. And then you can bend your left knee again and bring your left knee or left foot down. And you can bring your right leg out of that position, back to the floor with your foot rocking a little bit more from side to side with your legs. All right, this time reaching the arms out, and we're going to drop the legs to one side. Again, if you want to support between the knees, it can feel nice. And bring your top leg a little bit closer towards that opposite arm. And bring the hand to the top of the leg and reach to pull that leg down. You can turn your head to the opposite side. Breath here. On the exhalation, take a deeper breath out, longer sigh. Feel your body sink and settle. Staying for 3 more breaths. Next time you inhale, slowly come back. Pull your left leg in, or whatever leg was on top. Bring it back down. And keep that left leg in, actually. I'm going to bring my left ankle to the front of the right thigh, whatever you did do last time. You move more slowly. You can push your hand into that leg. Do a slight rock from side to side. Find that center place. When you're ready, you can slide your hands behind your leg, or the belt works too. And I'm going to lift the right leg straight up. And find a position to hold here with the leg a little active, toes pointing down, heel up. It's always good to put your legs up in the air at the end of the day, either in this kind of pose, in the leg stretches with the belt that we do, or legs at the wall. Ultimately, that's the ultimate restorative position, helping you deeply, deeply unwind and relax. So don't forget about that one, even though we're not going to do it today. I do it quite often, almost every night. If not before bed, then it's usually, if I haven't done it, I need to do it in bed just to help get back to sleep if something's woken me up. Is an amazing position, that legs up the wall. All right, so you can start to bend your leg, bring your foot down, and keep your legs in just for another moment. And then release both legs, rock your legs from side to side. Okay, you might want to come back to center and pull both knees in towards the chest. Do a little rock here, widening out through the lower back so you can really create more of that wider base here, sinking right down through your whole back. And getting ready for our relaxation pose. Grabbing anything you need to be comfortable. If at this point you know you're sleepy enough, you're ready for bed, you want to climb right into bed, please be my guest. If you know that you just want to do Shavasana in your bed and you want to turn the video off, that's another option too. Or just stay with me for a few moments here. I'm not going to hold you too long, just in case. I know I want you to nod off. So releasing everywhere, letting your body sink and settle. Feel your legs and your feet completely loose, feet completely flopped out. My legs are comfortably heavy. Same thing with the arms, right arm, left arm. Settling deeper. Feeling the backs of the shoulders sink. Feeling the back of the head sink. Releasing all tension everywhere. Again, in the face, releasing the jaw, teeth apart. Take another breath in and out, and then return to just a feeling of being breathed by your breath. Letting go of your breath too. My breath breathes me now. I'm being breathed by my breath. There's nothing else I need to do. Let yourself be here right now in this total relaxation position to rejuvenate the entire body, to reset, to unwind. And starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently turn your head from side to side a few times. Slowly move here. Maybe come into a full body stretch. Slowly reach your arms over your head. Reach up through your arms, reach out with your feet. And slowly release. If there's any last thing you want to do, feel free before you come up. Try to come up very slowly. Use your arms for support. Before we finish the class, if you'd like to bring your hands to your heart, bring your thumbs right in towards your chest. Feel the heart area. Feel it opening, softening. Feel your breath move in and out through your heart. And before you close off, if you'd like to bring to mind 3 things that you're grateful for. And silently state those out or out loud if you'd like to. And thank you. Thanks so much for practicing yoga with me tonight. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. We'll see you again soon. Namaste.